You know what time it is. It's time for the RokkTalk Podcast. It is me, DJ Rockwater, Luke Guapo in the building.
What's up?
It's been an eventful 2 weeks or so because people going crazy a little bit. A lot. Talk about coronavirus, Tory Lanez going to jail. Everyone's talking about Spider-Man. Halloween's banned in LA. More Spider-Man. Movie theaters are going to shit. Lakers
Man,
won.
we got a lot of stuff, man. Cause we missed it, bro. We would have just checked when we were doing our last podcast.
The last one, I know.
Oh
it
man,
broke that
we would have
night.
broke the coronavirus.
And we were talking
That's
shit
funny
too,
as
but
hell,
it's
man.
fine. We were talking shit too, but it's all good. It's all
But
good.
yeah,
But man, so this is episode 10 of season 2 of the RokkTalk Podcast. We've made it to 20 episodes, and it's been 10 episodes adding the video, and adding this next level of production with green screen.
yeah.
It's cool because I just have a room for it. It's fine. They look looking fresh. Just all the graphics, everything we need.
Okay.
And then audio level, because everything that's updates all software based. If they tell you that you gotta buy new shit for it, they're lying. You just gotta find somebody to hack your shit for you. It's all software. It's great. I'm
Giving away the
about
cheat codes, man.
it. Cheat all day. Game Shark, Code Breaker, all that stuff. I'm loving it. But yeah, man, it's been a lot. So recently, just in life in general, it's like I'm in that 9 to 5 grind. So that's fun. So the 9 to 5 grinds, and then time management between work, family, and other jobs. So weddings are picking up again in Arizona, so that's helpful.
That's what's up, man.
With that money train, because the goal for this year is still the same: debt free and get a house. But coronavirus has slammed a lot of people in the face, so it's been a readjustment, but it's definitely going well. So 9 to 5 is good, full time. It's great because I get paid every on the same day every week. Twice. It's great. So I'm about that, and now getting able to do more weddings. Some bars and restaurants are starting to open to capacity.
Where are you seeing those at?
So besides all the places that have been closing in Arizona, like Topgolf is slowly going to full capacity again. The casinos are slowly doing more, but it seems like the big thing is people are waiting until like New Year's Eve to have like DJs and push like after night stuff, like because now it's just like operation. We got food, drinks, but they're not trying to pack it like they used to. So that old school Corona mentality of we got to pack this bitch out.
Yeah.
That's not working right now. That's not working right now because coronavirus, Corona. So
you got to create a constant value-added system where you have a constant stream.
You have to have a pool and like something.
Yeah.
So
you got to get people in the door. But yeah.
It's funny because I feel like all the DJs have the golden tickets. Like we just been live streaming, and people are able to engage around the world with people that can't come. So just do that. Like, oh yeah, that's why I was like, this has been around forever. Just coronavirus, and nobody else thought of it except for DJs. So that's been fun to watch too. But
I'm trying to go to this one place that I keep hearing about. Everybody goes for like brunch. It's like in Phoenix or something like that, and people be getting lit, turned up.
I've heard of.
I
think
the
it's
name.
Blackish Brunch, but they do stuff in Phoenix and Tempe. Tempe's been one place in particular in Tempe, Varsity Tavern. They've had a lot of events from like BMW or BWM Entertainment, Blackish Brunch. So it's like they're definitely trying to grab that crowd for like, especially for Sundays, because ain't no college kids doing anything for Sundays. But we'll come out if there's some good mimosas, some good food. And
I heard people getting turned and enjoying some good breakfast and lunch and shit at this place, bro. We'll talk about it. It seems like a nice place to go.
I want to go.
I heard
I really
some bitch had her titties out or something. Birthday just getting.
Probably.
Yeah.
I wouldn't put it past it.
Yeah, wow, that's
Probably.
crazy.
The things are kind of slowly going back to normal. I think it won't be normal until March. So like spring break. Well, except for U of A, because U of A sucks. They're talking about taking away their students' spring break. So, I was like, yeah, it's just gonna be like a reading day. Like, people might not take to that kindly. So,
I mean, how many classes did you attend? Or how many classes did you miss? You missed a lot of classes?
I didn't really miss a lot of classes. I didn't miss classes. I just dropped out of classes. There's a difference. There's a difference. No, but like,
we had to be in class for football. Like that was,
yeah,
it was smaller schools, not like ASU.
Especially going for like sports or anything where like coaches will be on your ass. Yeah.
Did you have big classes where it was like hard to tell maybe if somebody was missing that day, or like how did they?
Luckily for me, no. It was like, I think the smallest class I had was like maybe 30 people, and that was like usual. Like 30 people was like usual for any classes. The biggest class I had was like 300 people, but that's cheating because it was like the ASU marching band. It's a lot of motherfuckers.
Yeah, that's a lot of
So
people.
it's a lot of people. So that's different. But classroom, I'd say 30 to 40 max.
Yeah, I mean, because that's kind of like the football team, but the coach we know who's missing still.
Oh yeah, they know.
They're like
they keep tabs on everybody. They
and
keep
they
tabs on
don't.
their
Yeah,
players.
they're not gonna say nothing. They're gonna call you later on. Hey, sorry you weren't there.
They gonna wait till it's over and you're in trouble.
Yeah.
I'm so sorry.
But nobody missing practice like that. They even want to play. So
I can only imagine. That makes me uncomfortable. But yeah, like life's kind of going back to normal. Amazon's killing you. It's fine.
breaking my back, you right?
Hey man, I could tell you that. Hey, they don't play over there. They want every dollar out of you before you.
Shit, the one thing that they did do right though is by coming to America too.
Oh yeah, so it's gonna be a war for a lot of these movie studios and these theaters because a lot of these movie studios, they don't want to wait, but the theaters are like dying. They're like, well, it's like we need like big movies to like put out. It's like, nope, we gotta wait till next year, or if we just want to put it out, we'll put it out on a streaming service. Because Coming to America 2, the sequel, that's definitely like a passion project for like a lot of different like generations, and then the actors themselves, and people have been waiting for a sequel forever. So that's gonna get a lot of views, regardless of what streaming service it's on. But the theaters they ain't feeling so good.
Well, I think
Mulan was pulled out, Black Widow was pulled out. It won't be coming out till next year. Apparently, Kevin Feige at Marvel, he doesn't want it to be put on Disney Plus. He wants that in theaters.
Which one?
Black Widow.
Black Widow. Oh, okay. Yeah.
It makes sense because, like, imagine, because that's it's Black Widow, but it's still like an MCU film.
Yeah.
I feel like it would feel kind of cheap to put it on Disney Plus. Be like, just pay $30 to watch it, but no, I want to go to a theater with the surround sound and some premium my shit.
I think that, what we talked about before is like the regulations are going to change, and then Disney's going to have Disney theaters that's going to start buying up so that they own different areas of the market.
If they bought their own movie theater, I feel like they used to have their own movie theaters back in the day, but not recently. But that would be interesting because I know AMC is not happy with Universal because they pushed back Fast 9, and then there was talks they were just gonna put it on like Peacock, and it was a thing. They put Trolls out, and Trolls World Tour did great, which is a dope movie. It's way better than the first one. Take my word for that.
They probably did. I mean, shoot, I just found out Disney used to own the Anaheim Angels.
Yep, Anaheim Angels. Disney had a grip on Anaheim for a long time, but now since coronavirus, they're still closed, and like they are pissed because they missed their whole summer, and now they're at risk of missing Halloween and Christmas and that's what
gonna
they do.
Be okay.
See,
Disney's gonna be okay. They just doing the Trump thing.
Well,
allocate the losses over here, write it off. And
with everything happening with California in general, so many people are leaving California because taxes are going up, homelessness, joblessness,
and that's the thing, because that employs a lot of people.
A lot of people. So if Disney left, that'd be like the nail in the coffin for for LA.
They'll probably move to like Texas or something like that.
There was talks they were talking about Texas or New Mexico because everyone's trying to go there too. But people are leaving for real from California because it's like, nope, it's not worth it. Yeah. I'll just move to Vegas where there's no property tax.
Well, Trump just said people are leaving New York too.
Well, New York's hella crowded, and it kind of has the same thing as California, where it's just prices are kind of just going up, gentrification's a thing.
Yeah, man.
And like people are like, nope, I'm out. I don't want to live here. It's too much. And like the idea of like education and living situations. No, I don't blame people. I don't blame them at all. Don't come to Arizona. We're getting crowded. We need to help. Please go to New Mexico and Vegas. Go to Vegas. There's so much desert. Go to Vegas. It's fine. It's fine.
Arizona growing, bro. Like
it's growing like
surrounding areas.
They come here like we got free crack.
I don't know what
it's ridiculous.
Bro. It's hot as hell,
That's
bro.
House prices. Oh
this
yeah,
is my first like year back.
This is the first day we've been out of like 100, and it's like, yo, it was like 100 and some days we were over 100. We had like a record of like 60 something days for over 110.
Oh my god.
I don't like that. But I hope it's gonna be nice weather because it's cool now. Except for the mosquitoes in some places, because mosquitoes be out and about trying to get everybody. The mosquitoes gonna get coronavirus and die. I hope that's what happens to all these mosquitoes. I hope y'all get coronavirus and ease up off humans for at least a good 5 years. Y'all better pick some other animals because F y'all. That should be annoying. I have personal feelings against mosquitoes. They jackasses. Yeah. So all that's happening. The theaters are freaking out because Disney's also going to release. They had a new Pixar movie coming out later this year. They're going to release it on Disney Plus. It was called Soul. It was the Pixar movie. They had Jamie Foxx, and like it dealt with like human souls and like jazz and music and stuff. So it looks real dope. But Disney's like, no, we're going to release it on Disney Plus.
I was looking to on here for they haven't even released a trailer for Coming to America 2.
They haven't released the trailer for Coming to America 2, which is real interesting.
But we should expect it in December.
I hope so, because I'm definitely looking forward to that. That, and then also
125 million, bro. That's crazy. And it cost them like 28 mil to make it.
I mean, hey, profit.
Yeah. And they use I know they use the Tyler Perry Studios.
Oh yeah. Every black director, filmmaker is like going there because he's like, yeah, come here. Just don't fuck my shit up. He don't say that, but he probably means it in his heart.
He probably don't care. He probably like, well, this is your tab.
That was an investment when he did that shit. I'm like, that's an investment, man. Yeah. But he ain't playing around with nobody.
You gonna hit him with that invoice here. You need to pay this.
You better pay that invoice on time or you ain't coming here. So, yeah, so all these movies, and it's been a ton of rumors about Spider-Man 3. Have you heard about some of these rumors? Some of them have been confirmed, and I'm like kind of hyped. Like, I'm a dad.
We've been talking about this and the possibility of it happening, and
it looks like it's happening.
It's closer, and it looks like it's happening.
Yeah. So like backstory, Into the Spider-Verse happened. Like it was right after Venom came out, and people were like, "Yeah, Venom's okay," but Into the Spider-Verse was like, "Oh, this looks cool," and then it came out, I was like, "Oh no, this is dope."
Yeah, that was dope.
And it made them hella money. They won Oscars for that animated film.
Really?
It's not like it was like, and considering that it's animated versus live action, they didn't have to spend super amounts of money on it, but they just
the soundtrack was amazing.
The soundtrack was fire. The visuals, the way they crafted the story, and people were like, yo, this is so damn good. It was like a passion project that got the green light to be like a major release. Really? And it just blew up. So the Spider-Verse with all these different Spider people coming in, Spider-Man, Spider-Girl, Spider-Pig, and now like, so it's like, hey, we got a solid, like we have our own Spider-Man that can have his own like franchise. So like the difference between like, so since that came out, if you go ask like little kids who Spider-Man is, they'll be like, oh, it's Miles Morales. But for our generation, like, oh yeah, it's always Peter Parker.
That's interesting.
Because that movie blew up. It's like, yeah, Miles Morales is our Spider-Man.
Yeah, he's such a now popular name.
So it's changing, and now with Spider-Man 3 with the MCU and stuff, they added Doctor Strange, and Doctor Strange has his own multiverse movie coming out. So people think that they're gonna get into the Spider-Verse. Like,
I'm trying to think of a time too, because I remember going back and watching some of the old cartoons, and I don't remember seeing a representation of Miles Morales. Like,
nope, that really Miles Morales wasn't on TV until like 2010, 2011. And he's voiced by Donald Glover, Charles Gambino, on the first show.
really?
Yeah, so he was the voice. There was a big push to get him to be Spider-Man after.
So what was the first
Tobey Maguire
adaptation? Like, what was the first time you seen him?
So I think it was Ultimate Spider-Man, and that came out around 2011, 2012. So that he had comic books like a few years earlier, but he's definitely a character that grew a solid fan base. After Tobey Maguire and the stuff with Andrew Garfield happened, people wanted Sony to get Donald Glover to be the Spider-Man, but Marvel and Sony got that deal going.
It's so crazy how Marvel does weird shit like that. Like the fact that Donald Glover voiced him, and then now he's the uncle in the films.
Yeah.
Like they do there's so much stuff like that. Like everybody in Guardians of the Galaxy is the Cancer.
Yeah.
Like that's so crazy.
I don't know if it's planned, I don't know if it's series, but it looks.
The conspiracy theory.
It looks really good. So recently, actually today, I was on YouTube and I was like, oh, title for Spider-Man 3 revealed. It's called Spider-Man Home Worlds. So people are like, oh, we're definitely going to Spider-Verse thing. Jamie Foxx is coming back as Electro, but in MCU because he was in the Amazing Spider-Man 2 as Electro, and apparently he's signed on to do this sequel, and people think, yeah, we're definitely getting like Spider-Verse. We're gonna have like Amazing Spider-Man universe. We're gonna have like Sam Raimi, the Tobey Maguire Spider-Man universe. We're gonna have Miles Morales, and then we're gonna have Tom Holland, like MCU Avengers Spider-Man. I was like, I'm not mad. Especially if Kevin Feige is like,
how they do it.
If Kevin Feige is like helping manage stuff,
yeah,
I know
he has to. And you know it's a Sony project too, so they're involved with it. Oh man,
they're involved.
I still want to see this Morbius.
They got Morbius.
They
have Venom. They're talking about doing a Kraven the Hunter movie, which sounds so dope.
Because the Morbius one, in the pictures, it showed the Toby Spider-Man in the background.
Yeah, it showed that design of his suit, and people were like, we're in different universes. Like, I hope so.
And so that kind of set up, there's certain things they're doing to set it up.
And they had, the guy that played Vulture, so Michael Keaton's character, he showed up in the trailer, and I was like, oh, we are blending universes. This is a whole big ass thing. So now people are getting super excited about them officially casting a Miles Morales to be in the MCU and at Sony. So people think that they're gonna do Peter Parker's gonna be with the MCU, and they're gonna let Miles Morales become the main Spider-Man for like Sony, and they're just gonna cross over every now and then and make hella money. I'm not against this as long as the soundtrack and the visuals are fire, like Into the Spider-Verse. I'm down for them to take all because they're talking about having Tobey Maguire come back as Spider-Man, Andrew Garfield, then they're going to have Tom Holland, and then whoever's cast as Miles Morales. They're talking about having all of them in Spider-Man 3.
I'll do it. Sign me up.
If we go to different worlds and like their attitude or like how they look changes, depending on what world they go to, I'm so down for that. Yeah. Like there's a look for all of them in like the Sam Raimi universe with like the Green Goblin, William Dafoe, and then there's a look when they're all in like Harlem, like the animated Into the Spider-Verse world. Mm-hmm. I'm like, yeah, make everybody animated, put some money into like this, and let's just go. And then have Deadpool have a cameo, take my money. Yeah, I'm gonna see it anyway.
Man, and then we know they got throw Doctor Strange in there to manage the whole
because
reality
his next movie is gonna be the Multiverse of Madness.
Yeah, so they're setting it up. So it's gonna be dope. And then what's his name, Ned or whatever? those characters are developing as well. So we're gonna see those. He got like super skinny or something. I guess he lost a lot of weight. I ain't seen the picture, but I've heard about it. So,
oh no, he lost hella weight.
Yeah.
Yeah, I played Ned in Spider-Man Homecoming. So like Pete Parker's best friend, he lost like weight for real. He did a COVID body transformation basically.
Wow.
A lot of people have been doing that because they just been at home. It's like, I'm gonna do something. I'm gonna learn a skill or get to a goal I've always wanted because I'm just in the house. Which could be a silver lining of this whole quarantine thing forever. But he dropped like, I want to say 50 pounds or more. Adele dropped hella weight. She looking thick like she's from an island.
Yeah, bro. They're talking about her and Chris Brown now.
I mean,
I guess she broke up with her other.
That'd be a good.
Like
that'd be a good duet. I know Rebel Wilson, who played Fat Amy in Pitch Perfect. She was losing weight. Like, there's been a lot of good things coming out of quarantine. Kind of.
Good, man.
But it's like people take care of themselves. I'm always down for that.
Yeah. Well, speaking of people not taking care of themselves,
Trump.
and also conspiracy theories.
Trump got coronavirus, and I was like, oh, he got coronavirus. What are they gonna say about this on Saturday Night Live? And they have been being so petty. They've been handing out the ballpark. Like,
did you hear the?
Oh my God.
What's his name? Bill Cosby? His monologue.
Oh yeah, Bill Burr.
Bill Burr.
Yeah, he hosted SNL, and he went off on white women.
Yeah, they were so
kind of gentrifying the woke movement. I was like, they're not wrong. They're not wrong. People are upset. I'm like, yeah, well, it's SNL. They've been making people piss for years.
Wait, y'all, like the difference. He pushed the limits like what comedy should be doing right now.
Yeah.
A lot of people scared.
He's acting like there was never any like global pandemic. He's like, I'm doing what I've been doing, because that's been his style of comedy forever, and that's why I feel like Hollywood's kind of reluctant to like book him for things. But Saturday Night Live's like, no, he's funny. Bring him on.
We need these ratings. Let's see what he got.
It's kind of the same thing when Dave Chappelle's like hosted. People like, hey, it's controversial. I'm like, no, it's just Dave Chappelle doing Dave Chappelle.
Yeah.
It's Bill Burr doing Bill Burr. It's like there's always controversy and like comedy and like making jokes and making light of certain things. Like, yeah, well, now we're talking about it, so that's good. Instead of just hiding that shit. So like, I don't know why y'all even mad at him. He doing what he needs to.
So
he good.
So tonight, bro, or last night, whenever you were watching the town halls happen with Trump, he had his own town hall separate, and then Biden has his own town hall at the same exact time. So I started watching Trump's. I started Biden's. I didn't finish Biden's yet, but bro, in Trump's town hall.
No.
The question about a QAnon conspiracy came up.
Oh my God.
The question about the left is a pedophilia satanic cult.
Ooh, someone said that.
Bro, the moderator is asking it.
Ooh.
Have you heard?
Who is the moderator?
I forget her name.
Oh my God, I know Samuel Jackson.
Bro, like people really believe that the deep state is run by a pedophilic satanic cult worshiping people. Have you heard about this? Because they believe that you're the savior of this. You're gonna save America.
They skate around it.
He was denying. I don't know nothing. I don't know about this QAnon. I don't know anything about this. Bro, and then he goes in to say the left is violent, bro. The left is violent, and he's coming to save because the left is trying to start riots and all this other shit, conspiracy shit, bro. And the left has Antifa, and it's like, wow, he really believes this.
We go there.
He skated by it to say that.
Like, I'm glad you have beliefs and like you stand for something, but nigga, let's do some research before you say some shit on public forum.
Man.
Ooh, hell, there was
so crazy.
Ooh.
I'm saying that like
Trump saying Trump stuff.
I've never heard like conspiracy theories ever been asked to a presidential candidate or
no, not really.
Happened.
But the age of the internet and Reddit and 4chan and Twitter, yeah. That, good luck.
Mr. George Bush, we hear that you were involved in the 9/11 attacks and you let this happen. You guys were running tests the day before about bomb threats at the 9/11 buildings. Can you tell us about this?
Nope. No, I cannot. It's like, okay.
Al Qaeda is done.
All right. Thanks, Bush. Thank you for your comment.
Oh my gosh, man.
No, it's even the question. I
bro, it's crazy. And then he kind of skated. He skated around, but you see, he skated around kind of answering the Black Lives Matter. No, not the white supremacist announcement thing.
Right.
And his go-to is, oh, I already did that. And it's like, yeah, he did. So when you as there's evidence going back saying, yeah, he did denounce that. Then the question the moderator posed, like, yeah, but you did it 6 weeks later from when the question was originally posed. And he just still skated by that one. And then you see this black lady in the back, bro. They had to put the black lady in the back right behind Trump. And she with her mask and she just nodding on everything Trump says. Like oh my God.
Stop
so you know these people out here really.
Stop doing that. Oh, yeah. I know it probably got great ratings because people want to see what he was going to say about things. But I'm kind of interested in hearing. Okay, so Trump said this. Biden, what are you going to do to earn our vote? Because we can vote for you just out of spite, but I'd rather vote for you, for you. So figure that out. And then people are pissed at Ice Cube.
Man,
people been pissed at Ice Cube because he had that whole outline of like things we need to do to help Black America.
We talked about this a bunch of times.
And people are upset because he talked to the Trump administration. It's like, well, yeah, he talked to the Trump administration and Biden.
Yeah.
He talked to Biden and Trump about this stuff. He talked to both of them.
The Democrats said,
how dare you speak to Trump? I was like, well, if he gets reelected,
right,
I feel like we should all be on the same damn page. I'm not mad at him about it because he talked to both parties. If we're gonna do this, we need to do this. If he's gonna be our leader into getting this these actions actually put into place, I respect that. I'm behind you on that, Ice Cube.
Well, sources are saying that the Democrats are trying to put it off till after the election.
Well, Democrats can't do nothing really until after the election anyway.
True.
So,
but Trump's administration, I guess, started implementing it into their thing that they had because they already have a black plan.
Right.
And so. So then the Trump's people put out a thing. Ice Cube's working with Trump administration. They make those headlines and they make that narrative out there.
Be careful.
That's crazy, man.
Be careful.
And people are running with it, bro, without even knowing what's going on.
Don't cancel Ice Cube.
Yeah,
he's a legend. Come on
cancel.
now.
Y'all ain't cancel Jay-Z.
You're right. You're right.
Let our people go.
Let people live. Calm the hell down. We didn't stab nobody. Dang, y'all. Do some research, please. Please do research.
And then I seen the sign no on Prop 207.
Isn't 207 the legal last round?
It is. And it said no to Prop 207. And it said something about impaired drivers. It was yeah. So they're wording it by impaired drivers.
There's something in there. Ooh, there's something
I was
to get.
motherfucker.
You trying to be slick.
And a bright ass orange.
You forgot that we can read. Oh. So they were trying to get it to. They're probably trying to get jail time if you're a high or had marijuana in your system.
Yeah. And you get pulled over.
Come on now. Some people can't see unless they high. Some people can't. Some people have serious epilepsy or seizures unless if you're high, you're good. You're stable. Y'all. Don't be sneaking like that.
So make sure y'all go vote. Go register now.
Y'all vote. Make sure y'all read stuff.
Y'all out of time. So y'all should have registered.
Oh my
Because
god.
it's tomorrow, right? The 16th is the last day, or
The 16th is the last day.
I think Arizona's the
If
15th.
they extended that shit so many times, if you didn't register to vote, you just didn't want to vote. So go fuck yourself. If you didn't register to vote, you don't, or if you don't vote, it's like okay, you can't complain then because you didn't do your part. If you vote and stuff don't go your way, that's different. You just didn't go your way. But you can't complain if you didn't do nothing about it, do nothing to help. So that's how I feel about that. But yeah, make sure y'all go check and vote. Kanye was hyped because he got polls.
Bro,
He got some poll numbers. I was like, yeah, no, that was fake.
That was fake.
He
And then he had a
was
whole song,
hyped.
bro. He had to put a whole song out with the fake numbers. Like, come on, bro.
Come on now. Come on now. I should be Kanye West for Halloween. No, I don't. I don't want to be Kanye West for Halloween. Halloween's coming. A lot of things are going. I think the main thing to look forward to on Halloween is the Mandalorian season 2.
Yes.
That's gonna be a hype. They're gonna do an episode a week, just like they did last time, which I think is the best model for streaming services moving forward with having original TV shows.
Yeah, they're doing
Do an episode a week because you dedicate those people to 8 weeks, so 2 months at least of having your service, and it's like cool. I watch that. What else is on here? It lets people like get into something else too. So thanks Disney for doing that. I appreciate it. Yeah, but Sasha Banks is gonna be in The Mandalorian, and that's important. I want you to be an alien, or she's gonna kick somebody in the chest. Oh no, we'll see. That should be interesting. So that's happening. They got a Lego Star Wars special coming out in November. Like.
Yeah.
Disney's putting some stuff up, and then they're gonna have the Pixar movie Soul come out on Christmas Day. So they're like planning to have people hooked, and then the end of December is supposed to be when WandaVision comes out on Disney Plus. So they're trying to keep you hooked through the holidays and into the new year for sure. Have good numbers for quarter 4. Good numbers. But yeah, I ain't trick or treating though. I'll just buy some candy and be like, here you go. What are we doing? We're going to eat pizza and we're going to watch some movie. That's because it's on a Saturday, so I'm fine with that too. Like Saturday with the family, I don't need a trick or treat, I'm good. I can buy candy year round. You know why? Because I'm an adult with a job. I don't need to go to strangers' houses begging for candy. It's my ass. Get my own candy. I don't even want candy. I'll just make a meal. But LA, I don't think anybody in LA can go trick or treating yet. They kind of,
Bro, they got their treat with that championship, bro. They was wild.
oh yeah, no, they everybody in LA, like everything's fine now because we won the NBA championship. The Lakers, that last game was against the Miami Heat. That was not a game. That was a slaughter.
Yeah.
Like.
LeBron got 5 rings now. You know the rings talk. Oh no, 4 rings.
4 rings.
And the talk now.
I can't believe that like the Lakers doubled Miami's score, like not even a problem. By the last quarter, Miami just gave up.
Yeah.
Miami just gave up because like everything that Miami put up, Lakers had an answer for, like in space. I'm like, yo. There was a point where the Lakers were tripling Miami Heat's score. I was like, this is a shitty matchup. I wish I had a better matchup for like the finals. Kind of makes me miss Steve Curry. Like, where's Steph Curry at? Where's I make me miss. Where's Golden State Warriors at? At least they put up a good fight. Shit, they would let us go all 7 games.
They got booted, bro. They
It's
wasn't
horse
ready.
shit. It's because coronavirus. Fuck this bitch Corona.
I was looking up like who got championships? Like who got the most championships?
Like single players or like
Yeah,
franchises?
like what single player got the most championships?
I think it's still Jordan.
Nah,
It's 6.
It's Bill Russell, bro. Dude got 13 championships.
Ooh, shit. Where was he bouncing around at?
He was Celtic. So this was back in the day.
Oh,
And
Lord.
then some of his teammates and stuff like
Celtics been
Celtic
around for
got like 8 championships. And then Robert Horry, remember him for the Lakers?
Oh.
He got 8 championships. He got 8. That's crazy.
I love watching NBA now because you realize how not diverse the corporate world is in comparison to like sports. A lot of colored brothers in the NBA and NFL, but a lot of the owners, just all white guys. The Lakers have a female owner now. The first one to win a championship. Well, good for you. Good for you. Good for diversity. Hey, anything that trips some of these old people and stuck in their ways, yeah, do it. Because they stuck. You gotta shake them up. You gotta shake them up. But yeah, so LA won another championship. It's 10 years since they won the last one, which is kind of crazy. And the whole thing they're doing it for Kobe. They definitely did it. 10 years and they brought a championship back. So congrats to the Lakers.
That's crazy. That's dope.
If LeBron retires, I don't know what the hell's gonna happen. People probably gonna freak out. People probably gonna riot in the streets if LeBron retires. I feel like LeBron want to retire in front of a full crowd, where championship instead of just nobody. That's why it's gonna be a weird year, like basketball's weird year, super weird year for baseball and for football. Like any of these older players that like get to the top, is like, yeah, I want to retire. It's like, I don't know if you want to retire like this, cause
that was the thing with Vince Carter.
Yeah. So it's
legend,
weird.
bro. Going out coronavirus. He didn't even play. So he did his final shot, but he came off the bench cold. Damn. And he said it didn't even hit him until like he got into the locker for real. Like, damn, this is my last. He seems pretty cool with it. He talked about a story with Toby on the All the Smoke podcast, on the Black Effect podcast network with Charlamagne. So go check that out. And they got an episode with Kobe on there, Allen Iverson. They got a whole bunch, man. They got Shannon Sharp on there. They got some dope people. They got new one, Charlamagne as well, that just came out. I really enjoyed it because you get to sit and listen to the players kind of talk amongst each other, especially when they're talking to NBA players. So it's pretty cool.
Yeah, I'm curious. Like, if he retires, I wonder where he would go. I wonder if he would go to high school level, collegiate, or just stay like pro as like a trainer or a coach. Vince Carter or LeBron James. Because I feel like LeBron's entering the last leg of his career. I feel like Steph Curry has at least 8 years.
Well,
if I had to guess.
If LeBron gets 2 more championships off, then he can definitely solidify his GOAT talk with MJ. Because then he'll definitely have scoring. He'll have assists.
I feel like no matter what after this season, he has to. I feel like no matter what after this season, he has that status because he was able to go to 3 different teams, take him to championships. It's like he's one man, yeah, but he's
kind of where he'll get one up on with Kobe and Mike is there. I think Mike is undefeated with 1 team. Yeah, even though it's 6.
Well, and right like now. The system worked out for him too with contracts and everything else. But Kobe he would restart and build and help build a team like every time he switched. It wasn't like he walked into a superstar. I remember when they was like, yes, LeBron James is going to go to the Golden State Warriors. I was like, that doesn't sound like something he would do. He went to the Lakers. I was like, storied franchise, haven't been doing well.
Well, LeBron's only won now 4 out of 10 trips. So it's like, that's where it's going to be held over his head as well. So he needs to rack up another 2. And then maybe 1 more where you got another supporting role. You got Big AD now balling. And you know what I'm saying? Where he's kind of like the 3-man, just playing that role position. But then he still wins the champ. And then
maybe. I feel like he doesn't have to. I feel like for me, he's on legend status. Like he'll be on my Mount Rushmore for basketball players, regardless. That's just me. A lot of people will be like, it's Larry Bird. I was like, I don't give a fuck about him. I'm not talking about Larry Bird. I'm talking about inspirational, impactful black athletes. In NBA,
bro.
In NBA, I got Jordan, I got LeBron, I got Kobe, and my last one would be Shaq. So Shaq, Kobe, LeBron, Jordan. Those are my 4.
LeBron does a lot, bro. I like to watch the credits on shit because I like to see who produced it. I like to see who wrote
he's
it.
been getting his hands into this pot as a producer.
Yeah, you see executive producer, you're like, LeBron James. Bro, he had this show called Survivor's Remorse. It was so good. With the dude who played Lil Shaft. He was like a basketball player, and then Mike Epps was like the uncle, and then they killed him off in season 1. But yeah, bro, it's a pretty good show.
That's crazy, man. But yeah, he started that school, so it's like if he really wanted to, and they went all the way next year to the finals and won, he could be like, cool. I wouldn't be mad. I would not be mad. But yeah, in front of no crowd, I don't know about that. That wouldn't sit around me as a player. But like all that stuff happening. One of the Ball kids, I think it was LaMelo Ball. He got to deal with Puma, but he's not even like signed to an official team. Cardi B got a line coming through with Reebok. Beyonce's still at Adidas. Charles Gambino's still at Adidas. I don't know which niggas are with Nike, but Nike, y'all better get on your shit. I don't know what to tell you. But yeah, like things are moving around. Money's coming in different places. And then, so I don't know if you saw. Wait, you did see. You told me about it. Breonna Taylor's boyfriend was interviewed by Gayle King.
Yeah.
So the bitch that got R. Kelly and his feelings. Okay.
Yeah. Exactly.
She can do a real interview. So she interviewed him. Like, what were they? What did they discuss? Like,
he was just explaining like his side of the story and what happened and what went down from his point of view. He maintains that he didn't know it was the police. He was on the phone with the police as they were shooting at him. Like, she was hit already. He had time to be on the phone. By the time he got out the door, their guns pointed at him. Like, he's getting arrested. Like, he thought the police were there to help him. It's very saddening. With all the disinformation that the police had put out, it's like, what is going on, bro? And
so it sounds like he was calling for help, and then like kicked the door in. He probably heard them knocking, and they didn't know like what was going on. So he probably called the police for help. Yeah, they kicked the door in and start shooting. They shoot. She's hit. Did you see the video of like the kind of the aftermath where SWAT goes in and they sweep the room, sweep at the whole apartment, and she's on the floor, and they're like, all right, she's done. Like they said that like on the thing, like, all right, we got it, everything are good, okay, she's done. Like, what does that mean? Yeah. What do you mean she's done? What did she do?
And then he said that when he came out, the police asked him, or he said, it was, I can't remember, but it was either he said or the police asked him, she was shot, or they asked him, were you hit or were you shot? He said no, and they said, oh, what a shame. Like, so this is what he's saying to Gayle. So this is
right. This ain't good. This ain't.
Bro, it wasn't good.
And like the family got a settlement, and they're working towards police reform. But this ain't gonna stop nothing.
It's crazy, man. It's crazy. What is this settlement for? If you did actually intend to serve this warrant to her, like, cause the police are now saying that the warrant was served for her.
I feel like it's a let's not go to court and make this a big public thing. Let's just settle this out of court. Let's not make it a big deal.
It got big once the autopsy came out, and then that whole controversy. Now they got another autopsist person, whatever you call it, come in and do the autopsy. Optometrist, yeah.
Hell.
And that's the dude who did Trayvon Martin. The dude who did who else? Michael Jackson's autopsy. He did, I think, he did JFK. Like, this nigga is the legend optometrist, whatever it's called.
This ain't gonna be good.
He did George Floyd. He did You know what I'm saying? Like they had to call.
Nope. This ain't over. This ain't gonna be over till there's real justice, and I'm not even mad. I stand with everybody out there protesting continuously, even though it's not trending. I stand with everybody that's still out there standing and fighting for racial justice to be not just something that is said, but something that is real, because this has gone on way too long. And it just gets swept under the rug, and and it's making it not safe for any of the other police officers that are in it with the correct intentions, want to help people, want to help serve. It's making them not safe doing their job. Like, you're going to get good police officers killed for being a shitty human in general.
Mm-hmm.
For being a shitty human, you're going to get someone else killed. The hell kind of sense is that? It ain't.
The same people that would tell you Obama was terrible, Obama didn't do nothing, Obama put in policies there, Obama's a cult demonic leader. They're the same people that will say racism just always exists. You can't change it.
You can change it because it's taught.
Bro, the same people complain about everything that's wrong with America will be like, no, there's nothing wrong with our police officers. And there's no such thing as police brutality. The system's not right. There's no racism.
There's a lot, man.
And it's crazy,
you have an
bro.
experience, it doesn't mean it's not real.
Like, you can sit here and talk about how America is not to the liking of your right political views, but you can't see how, we're saying what you're saying. Like, there's some problems, there's some flaws. And then it just gets overshadowed with different theories that people are talking points like, oh, you just don't like America, why are you even here? You know what I'm talking about? Like, you hear these conversations on Facebook.
So if you don't like it, just leave. Go back
and
to
it's
your
like,
country.
no, because we invested. This is my country.
We invested. Blood, sweat, and tears, culture, invested. Like, for real.
Yeah.
It's like, okay, we can leave, but you have to erase everything that we brought to America. That has to come with us.
Mm-hmm.
Tell me how y'all like America then.
I was just listening to Breakfast Club this morning. Dr. Claude Anderson got the plan, bro. He was breaking down the plan.
Ooh.
You heard of him? Power Economics? Bro, he got a plan, bro. He's trying to create a light-speed railway system. Basically like the Chinle Circuit.
Yeah.
From Atlanta to Louisiana to Dallas, Texas. Basically like, and Tulsa, Oklahoma. And he says all he's looking for is he already got the people to financially support it. He's just looking for the administration in office to approve it so they can get started. And that's going to create businesses around those transit areas again. You know what I'm saying? So that's looking at development.
I know why people get offended when you say gentrification, but if you know what it means, you'd be mad too. So, think LA. Think of how many families, generations grew up in certain parts of the city. Okay, cool. Imagine 20, 30 years down the road, a bunch of companies come in, tear down old stuff or stuff that isn't making enough money, and start putting up expensive luxury apartments, luxury shopping. But then with that, the price of taxes, cost of living goes up as well. So all these people that are working class citizens that have been there can't live there. They gotta move. They gotta move to the outskirts. They gotta commute into work an hour, 2 hours. They gotta commute 2 hours to go to school, because living in that city where they work or where they go to school, it's impossible. That's why every election year, I watch Head of State with Chris Rokk and Freddie Mac, because they be saying some stuff that is so valid. It's on Amazon Prime.
Is it? Okay.
Yes, it is my jam. Nate Dogg does like, he's like a musical narrator. It's great. But it's so funny, but it's so true. It's like how many people live in a city they can't afford to live in? Bro, that ain't right. It's like how many people work at a hospital they can't afford to get sick in? That ain't right. It's just, he goes down the line. It's like, how many of you have kids that they call stupid? It's like, it's not your fault, it's the school's fault. It's like, how many children? What's four? She said 44. You are not wrong. Like,
I'm glad you remember all these great points in the movie that are
so
so relevant right now.
It's so real. I'm like, yo.
Bro, because all I remember is the part where he gets elected, he wins, and then the other black person gets shot.
He had a decoy. He gets shot. I was like, oh, man. It's very real, especially with like Brittany McAfee and his brother and his vice president. It's like, that's why they're not qualified. Like, why? Because I have the good sense to have my brother as my running mate. It's like, and then the fact he's always like, I'm a war hero and I'm Sharon Stone's cousin. It's like, I was like, that's your claim to fame. That's why you should be president. It's like, okay, and you're kind of seeing that. It's a popularity contest. I'm like, no, I want someone of the people. I think that's why Bernie Sanders had such the strong following he did. But it's like, Bernie's just super old. If we went back in time like 30 years and Bernie was like young, he probably would have beat Trump and Hillary, but he just hella old. It is what it is, and like it's a lot. Yeah. So there's a conspiracy theory about Biden because people think Biden's like terminally ill, and he picked Kamala Harris to be his VP. That way, when he dies, she'll be the president and run shit right up. Okay. Because she was giving all the side eyes.
That's some big ifs, man. That takes a whole lot.
That's a whole lot. That's a whole lot of things to fall through.
Yeah.
One, you gotta win the election. Two, he has to like have illness and that.
Yeah.
Y'all get sworn in.
Like, let's start with the election.
Oh man, it's a lot, but shit. So Spider-Man 3. That's the hype. Spider-Man 3 and everything else to look forward to. But yeah, ever since it feels like 2020 is kind of a wrap after the election. We'll get to do the holidays, however, whatever capacity we get. But next year, it's gonna be on fire. Like, things are gonna be opening, people are gonna be traveling, going out. Movie theaters are gonna be packed because they postponed so many movies. They postponed James Bond, Venom, all the MCU films. They got Shang-Chi, they got Black Widow, they got Spider-Man's supposed to be coming out next year. Like, there's a lot that's going to be coming out next year. So I'm going to be going to the movie theaters a lot in 2021 after I bought my house and be an adult. So it's going to be eventful. I'm not mad about it. So,
there's a lot of new music just popping out.
There's a lot of new music popping out. I feel like there's going to be a solid drop of a ton of new music in the first quarter of 2021.
Because I think right now, like Party Next Door just dropped an album. Black Star just dropped an album. T.I. just dropped an album.
Yeah.
Party got he got a feature with Nipsey on here too. I'm about to check that out.
Man.
Mario just dropped a little EP.
I remember I said this at the beginning of quarantine. Like, there's gonna be a ton of artists dropping albums coming the end of the year. And look what's happening.
There's gonna be more to come. We're gonna get
people in there. And whenever they want to make a big album, yeah. Whenever Kanye wants to stop running for president, get a new album, he'll drop one eventually.
Yeah, he's awesome.
But it's gonna be a lot, but we're gonna hang in there. We're gonna get through 2020. We're gonna enjoy some sweet potato pie Christmas. We're gonna get there.
Hell yeah! What you got going on this weekend, bro?
Man, this weekend, so it's gonna be a busy weekend. So there's weddings coming back in. So the Friday night function is gonna be happening. The weddings, and just getting out of the house. So a lot of getting out of the house and then getting that money up. So, be a responsible adult. Just a lot of adulting, really, man. That's why I enjoy my Sundays on a new level. I don't want to do shit on Sundays. I want to be lazy as hell on my Sundays. Because, like, Saturdays, I'm getting back into working, like a wedding or, like, going to a venue or whatever. So Saturdays, like, what are you doing? Sleeping in? Not doing shit. Leave me alone. Bye.
What's up, man? I got family coming in town, so I'm going to spend some time with some family I ain't seen in a while.
Yeah, clean the house first.
My cousin, she worked in Vegas. She did, like, cakes, like cake boss type stuff. I think
Oh,
she worked for it and then
okay,
Cake Boss, like out there. And they like everything was shut down, so I'm about to go talk to see how things going for her too.
It seems like Vegas is trying to they're like, the door's opening.
Mm-hmm.
People aren't flooding the streets like they used to, but the doors are opening. They're like,
And they Vegas Raiders keep playing like they did against the Chiefs, man.
I would love to know why they keep beating people. I'm like, man, why is it always when you go to Vegas you just win? Like it's like the Velvet Knights when they had their hockey team. They went all the way to the damn Stanley Cup. They lost, but they went all the way to the finals. If that's what happens with the Raiders, I'm like, yo, Vegas is hella good luck for any sports team. Y'all better figure that shit out.
They're gonna have to put a basketball team there pretty soon, man, too.
They already have an arena. I think that's the only major thing missing.
Yeah.
They
Kansas
got
City
hockey,
needs a basketball team. For as much basketball hype around in Kansas City,
oh yeah, Kansas City.
They need the
Vegas.
Clippers should have gone to Kansas City.
Yeah.
The Clippers are talking about leaving.
I feel like they should. I feel like they should have left a while ago.
Because there's a lot of people, like a lot of LA fans in Kansas City. The Clippers would be a good smooth transition.
Yeah. Like Lakers ain't never gonna leave LA, but Clippers, no, yeah. Kansas City Clippers. I'm fine with that.
You heard it here
Sounds
first
good.
on the RokkTalk
I
Podcast.
bet $1 on it. Bet $1. Got $1. I got $1. Like that.
My Kanye mode. I got these ideas.
Yeah, ideas. Yeah, well, it doesn't help that California has all the teams they ever need. It's kind of ridiculous. They have the Raiders. They have the Chargers. I think it's just the Chargers now. No, they have the Chargers and the 49ers.
And the Rams.
Oh my God, and the Rams. There's too many. More than two is too much. Like California's big, so like 49ers, like the Chargers or whatever, or Rams, it's cool. But one of those teams need to be donated to somebody that needs it. I want a solid ass team for Hawaii because they'll just have a bunch of big ass Islanders just hitting people and knocking them
That's
over.
the biggest clinch though, niggas have to fly.
No, you can just make them stateside for the season, and then like after the season, they can just go back home. They can have a fall home, and then they go, like, say in like February, they go back for like 4 or 5 months, and they come back. They can do all their training in Hawaii, then they come back for when the season starts. Game 1, all right, we're gonna move into our state, our home in the States.
Logistics of that, it's like might as well not even live in Hawaii.
That's not the point. It's all about the culture. All the culture that they bring.
The culture,
the love for the game. I'm down to see that.
The college does it, so they can
The college, they spend money doing that shit, but they do it, and they compete at a damn good level. So I'm not mad about that.
Oh yeah, I got a little cousin I think that's going to Hawaii, doing gymnastics.
See, told you. It's solid every time. I want to go on a vacation. Shit.
Hell yeah.
Hopefully we get through coronavirus and we can go on vacation.
We gotta get through this coronavirus.
Yeah, man.
So we're gonna be back next podcast, next episode. We're gonna try to get some more different shit going.
Yeah, we're gonna get some more people. I know for sure. Lola Hernandez wants to come back.
Does she?
Yeah, her loud crazy ass. She definitely want to come back. She's been getting booked at the House of Comedy, so gotta make sure you check her out. She's been there pretty much every month, so she's getting work.
I've been watching all her little ads.
Ads
Again?
She getting the money up.
She doing it with her promo.
She's able to retire her stiletto, so she's living the dream she wanted. So much proud, fam. Keep up the work. But man, besides that, hope everybody enjoys their Friday and their weekend, because Monday is gonna come back and we're gonna be pissed off about it. I hate Mondays. The weekend go by too fast. I'm like, yo. But then the week's been going by pretty fast, so I'm not mad about it. That just means I get paid next week. Yeah. Stay positive. Stay positive through the global pandemic. That's all I can do. That's all we can do, man. But this is the RokkTalk Podcast. It's DJ Rokk Wilder, Luke Guapo,
Yeet.
and
we'll be back.
I need some water. That's what I need. So y'all stay good. Follow us on IG Rokk Squad, RokkSquad. Spelling bee champion right here. Rokk Squad on IG.
Spelling bee champion, no spelling words wrong.
That's right.
Yay.
I did it. It's on the prompt, so I'm good. Y'all be good. This is RokkTalk.